What's up guys, welcome to Void of Just Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content in the morning before work after a nice weekend with a bottle of beer in the background. Well, that's really nice. So today I'm going to talk about Rouie a little bit. Rouie has been released and was a really strong character. After that, the new support items have been introduced and now we have a new update. So Rouie might have changed a little bit, but we are going to check that out in detail in the upcoming video. And in this video, I've got one of the closest teleports in the world using her second ability. It's going to be great. If you want to continue seeing videos that are basically great or sometimes decent, hit the subscribe button please guys, because that actually helps me a lot on the way to 1000 subscribers. A like is always appreciated if you enjoyed my content, and if you've got something to say about the video or Rouie's build or anything else about Arena of Valor, feel free to use the comment section down below. So we guys are going to check out my build and afterwards I've got some gameplay for you. I hope you like it. Alright guys, so let's have a quick go through her build. Of course I've taken the support item. In this case I have taken the tank item. I'm not entirely sure about it. I don't have the feeling that she uses too much of mana, but maybe we can take the mage support item as well. Then we've got Gilded Greaves and the Aegis, which are pretty much a staple for every single support hero, because you want to be as affected by crowd controlling effects as much as possible, so therefore we're taking the Gilded Greaves here. And on the other hand we've got the Aegis, which is a really nice support item helping all your teammates. Then we're going with Gaia Standard, which is basically the go-to item if you want to have magic resistance and you're not taking the meta at the end of Troy. We can build anti-heal as well with the Tome of the Reaper if that would have been necessary. And then we've got the Frost Cape and we've got Frosty's Revenge too, if just put some slow effects on the enemies. But I have the impression that her skills have been a little bit improved damage-wise, like with that one skill. But we're gonna see that later on. I've taken the Mage Tank Arcana that I've been choosing, so my ability power is only increased by 42. Comes from Violate 10 times, I've got Benevolence 10 times, and I've got Valence 10 times. Why am I taking damage runes in a tank build? It's basically because I just want to have some sort of impact on the game without feeling totally useless, like super useless at all. Enchantment wise, we are going with a utility build. We're going with the River Treader and Nature's Gift, which are basically just applying stacks to us. But then we have in the Forest Wanderer, which is a really nice rune at the moment because it's going to just slow down the enemy by 30% for 1 second. And then in the second line we are going with Devourer and we're going with Enhanced Restore, so that we can stay on the battlefield a little bit longer, increasing our sustain. So that's the build. Here comes the gameplay. Alright guys, so we are having a Sinestria in our team, and everyone who wants to see some nice Sinestria jungle play should pay attention to what this guy or this girl is doing, because it's going actually quite well. So I'm on the lane with a Brunhilde or Hilde, which is actually really nice because she has got some really nice spells right now. So we are in the jungle against a Yorn and a Wisp suddenly coming up from that brush, and I have a hard time passing them by because they deal a ton of damage. I think that flicker was totally wasted. That was like one of the worst flickers in the world out there. And I have played Rally a couple of times, and with the help of my RoV avatar, we are able to score the first kill of the game, and I can tell that the enemy wasted quite a while in our field. I don't know if you guys are familiar with which one. It's early in the morning before work, so excuse me, my tongue is usually quite sleepy during these moments of the day. So, okay. What did I want to say? Okay. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what Rouie does in the game. So just for a quick wrap up. She has this ability where she's putting down this template. Enemies are then silenced for a short duration. Afterwards, this spell kind of changes and she gets some kind of projectile that she is firing towards the enemies. And what's happening with this kind of laser torment or whatever it is, enemies are then kind of pushed aside when the projectile hits them. That's your only source of damage next to auto attacks. You don't have any other source of damage with any of your skills. Your damage comes from your team. Like the damage that you apply to the enemies comes from the damage that your team does in a way where you are going to help them. That's the first part. The tricky part is your second and your ultimate. So your second ability and your ultimate. So the second ability is basically this kind of short little window that looks like the sky. So what's happening? You put down a template on the battlefield, and this template is basically a immediate teleport back to your base. So you are going to be teleported back to your base, to the spawning point, defeated. It really has increased in terms of damage. That's really crazy. So what you're going to do is that you are going to put this template towards your teammates, and every single time a teammate stands there for a distinct period of time, I think 2 seconds or something like that, your teammate is teleported back to the spawn point. Now look at that. He was already jumping. It's the closest teleport in the world. Azenkar and I were so close to being dead. Dead bodies smashed to the ground by Wukong. It was hilarious. I even turned this into a GIF. Okay, so this was the perfect example. I'm putting down a template and we are teleported back to our base. And the cool thing is we're back to the spawning point and our health is immediately fueled up to 100%. That's what's happening. So we're trying this again, but I kill him, so that's cool. If you kill the enemy jungler under your tower, that's fine. That's one of the best plays that you can have. Now he has to be waiting for a couple of seconds before he can go back to his jungle and farm. He's losing all of his buffs, and that's really nice. Thank you, Wukong. So yeah, that was the second ability. You get full health. That's really, really nice. So you can immediately start back. I've seen one Rouie build in the 3v3 Valley skirmish, and there, her ability to immediately turn your teammates back into the base and fuel them up with health is golden. It's really, 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 really good. Because what's basically causing games to be a loss in the 3v3 is that you are poked to death, but not to death, but kind of to death. And then what's going to happen? You will waste a lot of time waiting for your health to be replenished, and that's you can have a workaround with Rouie on that. So that's her second ability. Her last ability is her ultimate, and her ultimate is basically a bigger template, and as soon as you activate it, all of your teammates will have a little button here on top of what you can see now is the recall, enhanced, restore, and heal button. And when they press it, they will have some kind of short activation time, and this leads to the point where they are teleported to the point of origin where you have put down the template. So, for example, if I am on the dual lane on the top, as I've been playing with Brunhilde, and it might just be the fact that we realize the enemy focuses all of their actions in order to kill us there. They want tower dive, 4 or 5 people coming around. You can just put down your ultimate and everyone might just join the fight by pressing the button. That's what your ultimate does. It's kind of like a shortcut to the point where you are at this point of the game. The problem comes with the effect of it, so you really have to pay attention to the game flow. You really have to know what the enemies do at this point, and you really need to know if your team is able to respond to that. And that's basically the problem with Rouie that I have realized within the third game. This is the third game that I've been playing with her, but I have been playing alongside Rouies from time to time, and I can tell most of the players don't know what you're about to do. That's the problem. They just don't know what you're doing. Sometimes even players who are full health step into your teleport thing, and then on the other hand, people who are super low don't go back. They just stay, and you put the template down and they're killed. So this is basically the drawback. People really need to understand what the other heroes are able to do, and if they don't get what Rouie does, most of your abilities will be wasted, guys. That's the problem, because no one knows what you're about to do. So I was super lucky here, and I just decided to teleport my team back, and now I decided to teleport myself back. There we go, full health, 6,523 health back in the blink of an eye. It's so good. It's so damn good. But as I said, you are basically a hero who's there for utility. So you are not like the super deadliest, and sometimes you are dead. Well, that was really bad. I don't even know why I did this. So of course I'm maxing my S1 instead of the S2, because as I said, I can't really rely on the fact that people are actually getting what I'm about to do. So what I was doing was just kind of maxing out the ability that I was in control of. So as you can see, Sinestria is on a 6-0. That's cool. That's really good. That's really good for this kind of hero. So guys, as I said, this is... Whoa, whoopsie. Oh my goodness. We were here about that. Okay. Never mind. Wow, how professional. So we were here. I was about to skip my... I was about to change... I can't record it again. I don't have the time. I need to work right now, like in 6 minutes. So guys, I'm about to change. I was about to change my item to the vision item, and now I need to hold my smartphone with 2 hands. That's really important right now, because I don't want this to happen again. That's always a first things first video. I've never had that before. So now Sinestria goes in, gets damage done, and double kill. Look at her life leech. It's awesome. And she can ping in addition to killing 2 enemies. 9-0. How impressive. That's so good. That's one of the best Sinestrias that I've seen. I wanted to say before I just had my smartphone fell out of my hands, I just wanted to say this is like the 3rd video, or the third actual game that I'm playing with Rouie in Arena of Valor history. That's the 3rd game. I just checked it before I was uploading this video, in order to be able to tell something about how my efforts with Rouie went. So this is the 3rd game, and I have a 100% win rate on her. Yes, this is how good I am with Rouie. Well, it's like numbers. It doesn't tell you anything about my my competition so far. So we've got Wonder Woman. I haven't seen that too much from her. I've just seen that Wonder Woman on the support role is actually something that is not even decent. It's like super valid right now. So I'm going to use that in one of my next videos. I guess it's going to be great. Wonder Woman support is one of the best things that I can imagine. You can just leash people, you've got super good heal, you've got a decent armor value, so you should be able to kind of just have enemies backed up. So I wanted to use the ability in order to detect him. And here is, I've got some Azankar backup. That wasn't the way we wanted it to. Elaine just gets a tower shot. That's pretty easy. Like if Elaine is about to hit you, just go back into the tower range, and yeah, he might dash there, but to what price? He's about to be dead by tower shots then, so you can trick him into this kind of thing. I thought my team was about to follow up. I did not see that Wonder Woman was down and Azankar was not about to follow, so this was basically my mistake at this point of the game. I did not watch the map or the game flow, so. But game, if we are about to have some kind of verdict right now, the game looks really, really good. 27 versus 12. Our Sinestria is super fed. 4-5-15. I've got some good gold as well, so I can't be bothered. Now they kill Wukong, which is basically their precision knife, able to get Sinestria to kill Azankar or to kill Brunhilde. So this threat is diminished. We don't have to worry about it. Now our Brunhilde is about to go for the Darkslayer. She's super low, so I thought, okay, she's done a decent job on getting some health points from him, so I'm about to kill him with my only ability and some auto attacks. Well, she joins the fray, so that's all right. We killed it. Now we can go for the push. Little to no impact from one of the Yawn arrows. That was really surprising. I can't be bothered using that, so I'm going for the push. Now I've got a Frost Cape, so basically we've got the full build in the next few seconds, and I've seen that there was a moving towards me, so I'm calling everyone, but I guess Azankar, oh no, Azankar came, so this was kind of like the first tactical usage of my ultimate. So now we are able to push it, and we've got Drake with us, so that's actually quite nice. And look, like I think, like, has anyone else noticed that Wisp's health pool is super small right now? I just had the impression that she's actually paper thin, like she doesn't even have an armor at all. At least that was the stuff that I just have been realizing. So we defeated the enemy, 33 versus 13, super clear fight. But as we know, a game can turn in the very last minute. It's just one action that boils down the whole game. But we played this really solid, and we've won the game right now. Screen recording, Arena of Valor, blah, blah, blah. 15 minutes. And we've got a Sinestria who won MVP. Really good. She was really, really good. And yeah, 10.7, so it wasn't the worst. Actually, I'm the third best. That's the build. You've seen it before. 33.2 damage was tanked by me. And I've got a really, really nice fight participation. So tell me what you think about Rouie at this point in the meta. And yeah, thanks for watching my video. Bye, guys.